they didn't believe in you and they didn't bet on you and they went to go do what they wanted to do. You did what you said you was going to do and they didn't bet on you. And now they feeling bad and wanting to be in your circle. Family, welcome back to Crown Insights. This is Sabrina. Got some messages again today. Let's go ahead and cleanse the energy, and then we'll go ahead and get started with some messages. Thank you, God, for your divine white light. Thank you for your divine energy and your protection. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for my collective, and thank you for my ancestors, angels, and spirit guides. In God's name I pray. Amen. Hope everybody's been doing well. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead with the animal oracle. Let's see what's going on. Spirit, what's important for the collective to know? What's most important for the collective to know? Okay, we got koi fish spirit. There's always enough. And we have turtle spirit. Slow down. Slow and steady wins the race. Turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Some of y'all in scarcity mindset, like y'all don't know if there's going to be another meal, another man, another day, or something like that. And spirit is saying that you're abundant and you're in abundant energy and you need to remind yourself that. And you need to take your time and be patient. I think I was talking about that in a TikTok clip that I did recently. Koi fish, let's see. Let me show y'all again. Koi fish spirit, there is always enough. The koi fish who grows big within a small pond reminds us that within each of us is the potential for prosperity. The law of abundance assures that prosperity is our natural state, regardless of temporary outer conditions. You can call in prosperity and magnetically attract the opportunities and abundance you need. The message of the koi fish spirit is to generate wealth within with deliberate intention, no matter how small your pond may seem, and appreciate the abundance wherever you see it. So, like I said, some of y'all in a scarcity mindset, and you need to start working on wealth affirmation. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am blessed. I am not stressed. What is that girl was saying? I like that song. All right, Turtle Spirit. Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Turtle Spirit arrives to remind you when you do what you need to do, putting one foot in front of the other and trusting that you will see your intentions manifest in perfect timing. Your prosperity and love will grow exponentially. Now is not the time to rush around trying to force matters. Move slowly, perhaps even so slowly that it almost feels as if you are not moving at all. This may be a time to crawl before walking. Taking your time to align to Turtle Spirit's place as you contemplate this road you are on. Doing what you need to do in the small moment that will soon pass. Okay, my nose was itching so bad. So it's given that you have maybe a deadline or something that you feel like you need to do and you just scrambling, you running around trying to figure out what it is that you need to do instead of actually taking your time, maybe even meditating and like, cause it's gonna get done regardless, but you trying to force the situation. And a lot of the times when you're trying to force it, it's because you don't have the control over the outcome and you're trying to make yourself have control over the outcome. So you need to slow that down. I was channeling a song yesterday and earlier today. It is called Karma by Alicia Keys. And it goes, what goes around, what comes up must come down. Now who's crying, desiring to come back to me? So what I was thinking about that song was that somebody, I guess, did not treat someone right when they had the chance to. And now this person has moved on with their life and now they want to come back and try to make things right. But it's usually after this person is grown, they looking good, they doing better for themselves, and they actually in that abundant mindset. So maybe with some of you divine feminines, you were in a connection with somebody and they did not appreciate you and you were in a lack mindset then. So you tried to force a connection, you tried to make things work when you really didn't have no control over it. If they don't appreciate you, they don't appreciate you. And then you finally got out of that connection because you had to sit with yourself and you released that dominating control that you have to want to keep the situation the way you want it. And when she released it, you found abundance. And now this person wants to come back and try to make it work or something of the sort. We're going to find out what is the situation for. Matter of fact, all right, Cosmic Oracle. We got challenges, manifest and moving. That didn't pop all the way out. Yeah, some of y'all left somebody because y'all wanted something bigger or better for yourselves. In that koi fish spirit, it gave like small town energy. Like you live in a small town and you wanna do something grand, and then everybody else around you. Perfect example, myself. I was just talking about how I'm building my business, and my family members. One specific family member, in fact, said, "Girl, you crazy. Girl, you tripping." And I was sitting there thinking to myself, because I know better, obviously, but this is years of having the same kind of energy. And I made this business plan years ago, and full circle comes around, and I'm working on this business in this very same brand, and I'm doing it for myself and with all the courage and belief in myself and all the faith. And I'm not moving off of the influence of other people at this time. I'm not relying on support of others, because you have people like the person I was referring to that it's just like, girl, you tripping. And it's because they don't know anything outside of that. None of their family are business owners, so that perspective is not inside of them. So you want to do something that is grand. Maybe you want to move to California and become a movie star, or you want to be a artist, a big songwriter or something like that. And the people around you never met anybody around them or in the family or anything that could do those things, or you have a partner that's never seen that, and they don't want to support you in whatever your endeavors is. And now you're working and you're doing it and you're putting it into reality so people can actually see what you're doing. So now they feel as if you're successful. I mean, and that's the energy that you have to move in, even if you haven't reached your actual goal. Maybe your goal is to have $1 million in revenue. You haven't gotten there yet. You're still walking and moving as if you have $1 million business, right? So let's see what else, Spirit. We got intuition. That was trying to pop out anyway. Yeah, and usually when and they'll be back, there go that karma. Usually when it comes to you going by your intuition, it's you going based off of what you know within instead of what other people are trying to direct you to. So a lot of the times people are going to think you're crazy because you're going based off your intuition, and what you feel inside is important to you instead of what they're telling you to do. And I say, if a person call you crazy, embrace it. If a person call you crazy, embrace it. Okay? We got, they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. Intuition, the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. And challenges. Make a decision, work on inner healing. Yes, y'all might have somebody that is significant to y'all in y'all's life, maybe a significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, family member, mom, dad, whatever, that doesn't necessarily believe in what your vision is. And you are at a point in your life, or maybe getting there, where you want to move on whatever this vision is that you have for yourself, right? And there's with this, they'll be back. It's a lot of you who've already made that decision to move in a certain direction, and now they're kind of like regretting not believing in you, and now they want to reconnect. Oh no, I'm specifically getting an X. That's specific. It's an X for some of y'all. You done blew up, you done did what you said that you were going to do, and they didn't believe in you, and they didn't bet on you, and they went to go do what they wanted to do. And yeah, this is definitely about romance with masculine energy. You did what you said you was going to do, and they didn't bet on you, and now they feeling bad and wanting to be in your circle. Let's see. What's going on, Spirit? First card out, divine masculine and sex addiction. This is somebody who y'all was dealing with in y'all past romantically that did not bet on you. They did not believe in what you were capable of. You had big dreams. That's typical misogyny anyway. Men want women who don't have no goals, aspirations, and ambitions. They don't, because that is a competition. That's a challenge for them. And they don't want women that challenge them until they see the result of what it is that they were being challenged to. Growth. They were being challenged to grow, but they see it as a shot at their ego, whoever this masculine was. Ugh. They saw it as a shot at their ego, and they said, girl, bye, you ain't gonna be better than me. And they went to go date down somewhere with someone who don't have the vision that you have, because they were insecure for real. And they wasn't ready to step up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? They weren't ready for that. They wanted to go at their own pace, and they didn't want to be challenged, okay? Because that brings out their insecurities. And then they feel worthless because you are ambitious and progressive, and they not at a state where they want to do that themselves. They want to do that in their own time. All right, then bye. Now they regret it. What else, Spirit? Not happy, closing this cycle, and legal matters. Those all popped out at the same time, so I'm gonna get a couple of more cards. This person might be in a situation that is holding them back from being at your level right now. They probably can't even come back and be with you or match you or reconcile with you if they wanted to. Let's see. What else, Spirit? Anything else? Ooh, yeah, something else. Turning your back. You left. You went the other way. Maybe they had like child support issues or something, and you ain't want to deal with that. I was thinking about this morning. A whole lot of people might not agree, but that's y'all problem. That's y'all opinion or whatever. But I don't want no more kids. I was thinking about men with children and how I would have to play stepmommy, and I'm not interested in doing that. And I was like, it's not that I would prefer a man without children, because I have a child myself, but I only have one. And I was just like, a man with several children and they have this house in this life, their children naturally are going to want to try to come and stay with them at some point. And I don't want that. I don't want to be somebody else's mother. I have my own problems and my own kids to deal with. I don't want to have any more children. When men get into a new relationship with you, they want you to swap DNA. I'm not interested in that. I want to have a nice, beautiful, easy, leisureful life. And children come with responsibility. And I don't want no more responsibilities. And I feel like men should understand that, because they're the first ones that don't want responsibility, but they have never seen men really take on their responsibility, because 9 times out of 10, their daddy wasn't home. Most of the time, whether he was working, cheating, or he just wasn't there at all, most of the time, they didn't see daddy have responsibility. All he was doing was just paying bills. And they don't even do that now. So they want you to take care of their kids and stuff. If you marry them, now you got to pay their child support. That's a thing. And I don't want to deal with that. So maybe some of y'all left because he got another girl pregnant and you didn't want to be responsible for that other child or something. Or he has an outside child and he was trying to put that responsibility on you. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. So that's responsibility that they trying to shift onto you, and it's not your responsibility. That's it. Just go ahead and clarify. We got shocking news. Yeah, I want to know what this tea is. So my nose keeps itching, and to me, what that means is somebody is being nosy, they in your business. And earlier today, there was like a little gnat that came out of nowhere, and it started like fucking with me, and I knew right then and there that somebody was in my business. Somebody is being nosy. It could be that masculine that's in your business, but somebody is nosy as hell. And they're in your fucking business. I just posted a video clip on my last page, and yeah, somebody romantic. I just posted a clip on my other page, and they probably already done looked at it or something. I don't know what's going on, but these masculines, that if you're a single divine feminine specifically, if you're single, you have somebody from your past that's like deep in your business. They is in your business. Like, they check for you on a regular basis. 3 of Swords, Queen of Cups, because they longing for you and they missing you or something like that. Clarify the divine masculine. Woo! What's up with all these cards coming out, Lord? I feel like this is strong energy. All right, we're going to clarify in divine masculine here. And we already had the Knight of Cups that came out. I'm going to just keep that, because this is definitely somebody from your past that was romantic, and they are romantically interested in you still. They in your business, because my nose is itching. What's divine masculine? I'm just show you out the Two of Cups because there's a bunch of cards that fell out. This person definitely wants to be, they want to try another connection with you, lovers. It seems like it's genuine, but they also just see you glowing right now. They see you doing big things right now and they interested. We got the Five of Swords. Yeah, this is somebody who didn't necessarily treat you the best. Now they want to show up as the emperor. What's sex addiction, spirit? What's sex addiction? The Ace of Cups. I'm gonna put that one in there because it didn't fall all the way back out. So yeah, y'all had a deep connection when it came to sexual. Y'all connection was deep. We got the Eight of Pentacles. Like maybe they just like in the gym working out, trying to get their body right or something like that because they see how you looking, and maybe they just want to prepare themselves for you or something like that. Is what it's given. Ten of Swords. You moved on from his ass. You're not like you literally not even thinking about him. Because the Six of Swords, that's about you moving on mentally too. It's physical, but it's mental as well. And the Ten of Swords, you're not talking to that person. That relationship is dead. It's done. Nosy. They doing research on you or something. Let's close in the cycle. Let me show y'all. Closing this cycle. We got the Nine of Wands. You said boundaries. That person was probably toxic towards you. I don't want to know the tea. All right, that person is probably toxic towards your ass. You got the Ace of Cups. What is the Nine of Wands? Why do we set boundaries with this masculine? You got a different your perspective changed about him? Oh, that he was deceptive. This person was deceptive? Yeah. They kept like if this person told you something or they told you one thing, they'd come back later and tell you that they ain't never said that or that they that wasn't what they said or something like that. They just like switch it up or something like that. Yeah. One more card, please, Spirit, for the Hangman. Queen of Wands. Yeah, you wanted better for yourself. This person, they weren't giving you time and they weren't giving you energy or emotion or something like that. It's like they went from the Ace of Cups, which is like giving you everything and everything you need, and then they went to the Page of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, which is not basically giving you breadcrumbs. They're not giving you anything at all. And it's given spiritually bankrupt or emotionally bankrupt or something like that. But that's what love bombing is too. When a person just like give you a whole bunch of attention, energy, and make themselves seem like Prince Charming. And then next thing you know, a few months later, a few years later, now that person barely can be bothered with you, or you're last on their motherfucking list of priorities. You know, what's closing this cycle, Spirit? Yeah, Page of Cups almost came out. We got the King of Pentacles. We're gonna clarify him. That was too many, but I'm gonna show y'all anyway. We got the Nine of Cups. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles. We got the Justice, the Ace of Wands, the Star. Oh, I probably should have showed that one. The String. We got one, two, three. Three major arcanas and two minor arcanas. And we got the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. That's the match. It's either, let me see, hold on. I gotta sit with this. I gotta read on this. Because it's kind of given that you are manifesting a partner that can match you in abundance and energy and genuine energy and things like that. But it's also given that with the Star and the String, yeah. It's also giving, excuse my nails, y'all, with the Star and the String, that this past person is trying to overcome whatever fears or thought processes that they have. You know, sometimes you just come up thinking a certain way because that's what people teach you how to do, and they're trying to change that because the Hangman did come out for the Nine of Wands. Like they got a different perspective when you set boundaries with them. That's when they started thinking like, dang, what the hell did I do? You treated her bad. That's what you did. Trifling. Right. Like, I'm not nice to men who do bad. You don't reward bad behavior. What the hell? No, I'm treat you bad until you show me that you're a good person. Because you treated me bad and I was being genuinely good. What? So you probably being mean to this person. You probably real short with this person. If this is somebody like you have like kids with or something like that, you still got to deal with this person, which it don't seem like you're doing much of dealing with this person. It's kind of giving you're not nice to them, and they asking you why you're not nice to them, and then you just like why should I be nice to you type of thing. It's complete indifference when it comes to this masculine energy, when it comes to whoever you are, divine feminine. It's complete indifference. And that's the karma. That's that karma. The justice. And now they want to turn over a new leaf. It's spiritual contracts that we have with soulmates. And I don't know if this person is probably like aware of it or not, but they feel like they have to fulfill the contract by atoning. You don't have to fulfill that contract if you don't want to, divine feminine. Your part of the contract is been fulfilled. They might just need to be a better person and go fulfill that contract with somebody else. What's legal matters, spirit? And that's why you touch your back on this person. This legal matters. We got the 6 of Wands. You won in court. You got a divorce. You sued this person. Did you loan them money and you had to sue them or something? And in court, you found out secrets that we got the World, which solidified things. What secrets you found? What's the Sun? That's like, the Sun is about healing, but it's also about revealing what's in the darkness. It's revealing what that moon energy is. So we got the Chariot and the Ace of Wands. So 2 things. It's either some of y'all divine feminines found out a few bad things and then took this person to court and won in divorce court. And then other of you feminines, y'all found out that this masculine has children outside of you, and that was going to affect you in some kind of, now we putting it together now. You found out about outside children and you were going to have to pay child support for these outside children, and you divorced this masculine because he failed to disclose that he had outside children or he had children on you, and you divorced this masculine, which is ground for divorce, infidelity, or disclosing children that that you have before getting married. Because like, that's how niggas be scamming women. Some of these men, I'm not gonna say a lot because it's not common, but it's common enough for me to know about it though. Some of these men will have several children and they're on child support for several of these children, and they will tell the woman that they only have 1 or 2 kids because they obviously don't take care of their kids, and then they will sit up there and marry this woman. So now that was a recent case. It's like she had to pay like $80,000 in child support. I forgot what it was, a divorce court or something, I don't know, and she had to pay like $80,000 in child support or something like that. And I guess she was divorcing him and trying to sue him or something like that because she was that's grounds for divorce. That's crazy. Like, these divine feminists be going through some crazy stuff. I'm telling you. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, divine feminine, but I'm glad that you got out of there. I was thinking about coming out with a shirt that say "Leave him" on it, because that's what I say a lot. Leave him. If he's not treating you good, leave him. If he's deceptive, leave him. If he's narcissistic, leave him. If he's not treating you good, leave him. Plot your escape. Leave. Even if it's with his money, leave. Because these men don't deserve beautiful women for them to mistreat them. Whoever is divine feminine was kind-hearted. She was genuine. She was beautiful inside and out, and this masculine mistreated her and she left. You don't deserve a woman like that. You lying about children? You having babies outside of the relationship, outside of the marriage? Of course, you deserve to be left. What goes around, what comes up must come down. Now who's crying, desiring to come back to me? See, I was just talking about that in my last video about how a lot of the masculines will do things for like an egoic power trip, and then they kind of get off on it, and they get off on the woman not knowing what they're doing. She won't find out, and then they don't consider her feelings if she did find out, and then she does find out, and then the consequences is major. And I'm just like, how did you not know that there were going to be consequences to your actions? What goes up must come down. It doesn't matter when, it will, right? What you sow is what you reap. You make your bed, you lay in it. There's so many sayings out here, and then these men be walking around as if that shit don't exist. What you put out into the world, you will get back. It's certain. I didn't make that up. It's certain. It's a universal law. It's common knowledge, in fact. You don't have to quote common knowledge. So, divine feminine, you gave this man karma by leaving and letting him take on his own responsibilities. And that's another thing. There is another part of the feminine diaspora who will take on a man's karma. They will feel sympathy for a man. Not empathy, but sympathy, which is you feeling bad for somebody and you taking on the responsibility of their feelings. And they will take that and they will go and take on that man's karma by trying to save him in some way, shape, or form. Number one, men are not to be saved. Men shall not be saved. They are supposed to be the guardian of this world, the guardian, the people that motherfucking make sure the trees stay alive. And we're supposed to be the nurturers to make sure that they asses stay alive. And what they doing? Destroying everything. Destroying everything. Steal, kill, and destroy. And what they think they supposed to get in return? A loving woman? No. You're going to be by yourself. Just like y'all tell women all the time. If you don't do this, that, and the third for men, you're going to be by yourself. At this point, we'd rather be by ourselves, because what's the alternative? Getting cheated on and having to pay for this man's kids? Okay, what's turning your back, spirit? Because we just got the Queen of Cups. What's turning your back? You got the Eight of Swords. There might be a few of y'all that is contemplating as to whether or not you should leave, or you did start the process and you're like thinking maybe self-conflicting beliefs that might hold you back. If this person, because my throat chakra is just being blocked a little bit, this person wants you to be in that energy so that you won't leave. Some of y'all are in like a deciding, or you're like in a planning phase. Do not doubt yourself. And if you need to keep this information to yourself to protect your energy, then do so. You don't have to tell people about your intimate business all the time. Sometimes it's better for you to go through this situation by yourself, so you don't have other energies confusing you all the time, than it is for you to have a large support system. Because sometimes your support system is a bunch of people that will rather you stay with the abusive man. Let's be real. Some of these people, they don't believe in divorce. And whoever this is from a small town or whatever, you might come from a conservative place where it's a lot of conservative people, Christians or whatever, they're religious, and they'd rather you go to the church and pray about it than for you to leave, for you to get your kids and leave. A lot of these people would rather you be in an abusive relationship than for you to be safe and for you to be free and creative. So, Divine Feminine, if you worry about what other people are thinking, or if you're worried about what the consequence will be, don't do that. You're overthinking it. Anytime you laying up or you sitting there thinking and you got, time, and you sitting there thinking, what if, well, maybe if, well, if you find yourself trying to decode concepts in your head and stuff like that, you're overthinking it. You're overthinking it. Don't do that to yourself. It has to be plain and clear. Like I said in my last video, listen to your emotions. Your emotions don't lie. Your heart rate going up. It feel like elephants is stomping on your chest all the time. You can't catch your breath. You feel you got to walk on eggshells in your own home. Some of y'all being physically abused, and you sitting up there wondering whether or not you should leave. What motivation do you need in order for you to leave something that does not serve you? What motivation do you need? Because if it's not you, it's going to be your kids. You need somebody to tell you that. I should have had to tell you that. That should be common knowledge as well. If he hates you, he gonna hate them offspring too. And if he ain't trying to beat your children or grape your children, then he's just gonna turn them into narcissists as well, who is abusive, who think that they're supposed to solve their problems by putting their hands on people and cursing people out and manipulating people. That's what you want? I doubt it, whether it's a daughter or a son. You don't want your son out there beating up women, calling them stupid, and you don't want your daughter to be able to think that that's what she's supposed to receive. Why? Because the lady at the church wants you to stay married? What's the Eight of Swords, spirit? Page of Pentacles. You worried about what's next. The devil, see you doubting yourself. You sitting over there doubting yourself because other people, because you worried about other people. Girl, stop it. You're not doing yourself no justice. You're not. You worried about what the fuck other people saying. Them other people, they not paying your bills. Them other people, when you out on your ass and you in the hospital, them other people ain't gonna help you, girl. Them other people, what they gonna do? Talk about you as they been doing. When I said in another read, and put a word on your name. Look up putting a word on your name so you can be blessed every time somebody say something out their mouth about you. Okay? Stop worrying about what these other people, because other people, the thing about other people is that they have small perspective. And sometimes, a lot of the times, their perspective is only what they have seen of you and not yet what they have seen. Or their perspective of you, the potential of you is only what they have done, and it's usually not better. Most people don't want you to do better than them, so you shouldn't worry about them, because everybody has a idea or a narrative of who they want you to be, and it's usually not who you want to be. Especially if you ain't already came from a household that's like that, that nurtures your creativity, and you came from a household of crabs in a barrel and chaos, then 9 times out of 10, the people around you is not going to be nurturing and conducive to what you want to be. So you need to turn off your ears towards these people around you because they're not supportive and they're not high vibrational and they're not going to help you for real, than to sit up there and worry about what they're going to be thinking of you. Worry about getting you some new friends that is motivational and inspirational. Get you a man that want to see you win and grow and is willing to pay for it and invest in it, than having a bitch that's hating on you laying in your bed. You dealing with a man that's hating on you laying in your bed. This man is hating on you and he's saying you giving him your coochie. You giving him your coochie and he hating on you and he don't want to see you grow. You giving him your coochie. You having children for this man and he don't want to see you grow. He want to see you barefoot in the kitchen pregnant. Some of y'all didn't even want to have kids. Some of y'all don't want no big family and you steady having a bunch of kids for this dude that's hating on you. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. You worried about outside energies. And your man is going to be at the finish line waiting on you. I was thinking about that too earlier today. I guess when I was waking up this morning, because the things that you dream about in your subconscious, they always come to the forefront of your brain when you're waking up. And I was just thinking, I was just like, do I even want anybody from my past? No, not really. Because when I get big, I will be in a different room with different people who are on a different level, and they're going to be available to me. And like most men think about this, and that's why they leave their women in the past. That's why the bitch that who is it? The big dude, the big jelly roll that left his beautiful wife because he lost weight and he made it now. He has access to a different kind of women now, and he wants that. He doesn't want who he had in the past, and women should operate in the same way. No shade. Now you have access to these people that are amazing, these people that are abundant, these people that been doing this that's going to help you move forward in life. And you still got the ball and chain that's been holding you back this whole time. You've been pulling this person forward because everybody dogging out Jelly Roll because he left that woman, but y'all really don't know what that woman has been to him, okay? She could have been holding him back, and he realized it and he left. Sometimes it take you 10, 20 years to realize when somebody is holding you back. That don't mean you should keep them. That don't mean you should keep them there. Because one thing about it is, I know narcissists, and narcissists love to take credit for stuff that you did, okay? Narcissists are great at putting on makeup and posing for the camera and acting like they the most helpful, most saintly, righteous person, and that they've always been there for you when they're the ones who was sitting up there cursing you out before you got ready to get on stage. They intentionally made sure, I know some of y'all understand this, that a narcissist will sit up there and intentionally sabotage you before you have to go to something big and do something big for yourself. Y'all don't know who that woman was, no shade. All of this is alleged because I don't know them, but that's a typical scenario. And you want something better for yourself, and you sitting over there with this ball and chain. It's this girl on TikTok. She does like pole dancing, and her boyfriend is just like sitting in the background uninterested. And I was just like, that's a perfect example of a partner who is not supportive of you, but they're okay with taking the credit because he's in the video, but he does not want to be associated with that. It clearly looks like it's really looking like she's forcing him to do it. It's like her whole thing, but she probably don't know what it looks like to other people, but what we think don't matter. So she can keep doing her, but the point is that person, that man that's in the background, does not look like he supports her dreams and her creativity, and it makes the color of the video, the emotional color. I'm not talking about physical color. I'm talking about emotional color. It makes it look black and white. Essentially, it takes away the vibe of the video. It goes from her being athletic and beautiful and sexy and amazing to this stale ass nigga is in the background who don't care about you. He didn't even look. And I understand that's probably what it's supposed to look like because it's a video, but at the same time, that's the energy that it gives, that you got a man that don't support your craft, sis. And a lot of y'all are in situations like that where y'all lay with this man because this person is going to be all up on this video when I get done. Because my nose is red. I've been scratching it so much. And I'm black. Anyway, but whoever this person is that you've been dealing with, divine feminine, they're not supportive of you. And if you haven't let this person go, let them go. Please. There was this thing that I was doing, and I went back and read my journal from a few years ago, and I came across a writing that I was writing about my emotions at that time, and it was when I recently had stopped dealing with somebody that I really cared about, and I remember how I felt when I was writing those things. I told myself to respect the woman that in that time that I was writing that I would never deal with that person again, because I feel like it would be disrespectful to re-hurt myself in that way, because she was so angry and she was so hurt by the situation that somebody don't want me to motherfucking get this message out. And I was just like, I don't even care if it's toe up anymore. It's just like, I'm gonna get the message out anyway. I don't care. But what I was saying is disrespectful to. So some of y'all should go back. I know y'all got journals. I know y'all got diaries or whatever, because we women. Go back and read that. If you find yourself thinking about this person, go back and read them. I know that y'all right. Okay, go back and read that. Remember how you felt at that time when you was writing that. And it'll remind you not to go back that way, because sometimes we find ourselves fantasizing about the good times because our brain automatically deletes the bad times because we don't want to go off of bad, because that's not going to help us thrive. We go off the good. So we'll think about that one good moment that we had with this person and gloss over all the bad moments. Go back, read that journal, and remember how bad you felt. Don't shame yourself, and respect that woman, and not go back to that, because that person 9 times out of 10 has not done anything. See, and that's where we go wrong too. That person you was dealing with from your past has not in this moment done anything to earn your trust, to earn your openness, your feminine, your love, anything. They have not done anything to atone from the past. But what we do is we romanticize about the good times, and it makes it in our head as if they did do the work, and they haven't did the work. So we want to be the hair in the situation and hurry up and rekindle with whatever this connection is, instead of taking your time. Because some of y'all, now I'm getting, some of y'all are probably going to allow this person another opportunity, and that's fine. But what you should do is take your time with this person. You should, if you had sex with this person right out the gate, don't have sex with them. If you spent a lot of time with this person, don't do it. Make them earn all of that stuff. Be respectful to the person that was hurt, that got hurt in that situation in the past. Don't just allow him to come back and he ain't did shit, and you wondering why he ain't had no a different. He don't respect you. He don't respect you because you gave him the keys to the kingdom and he ain't had to work for it. That's probably where the situation went wrong in the first place, because you ain't had no self-control. And you can't expect a man to have self-control, because their whole journey in life is about learning how to have self-control and compassion and empathy for others. Women, we already have compassion and empathy. We just need to learn self-control and how to protect ourselves, really, and how to have discernment, how to embrace our beauty and our femininity. Let's see what this man want to say to you, since he's sorry and shit. Fuck him. Leave him. I'll make that shirt. I'll let y'all know when it's out and it's available. Leave him. Get some more messages on what this damn person want to say, because I'll tell you whether or not this person is a fucking loser ass narc, or if they actually is a changed person, because people, including men, are capable of changing, because the only thing that's consistent in this world is change. But narcissists, sociopaths, psychopath, people of the dark triad, they are not capable of changing. If you are with a narcissist, do not expect that person to change, because the thought process of a narc is, I gotta do that for them. So this person practicing saying sorry for a week, and they think that's too much energy. They have to intentionally practice allowing you to make choices for yourself, and you think that's enough for you. Who does this masculine want to say sphere? Only for the divine masculine. Other people were interfering and trying to control me. That's what came out first. Okay. This person was weak spirited as hell. Hopefully they still not. Okay. I wasn't planning on having anything serious when we met, but I can't deny I've fallen for you. So yeah, you probably was too open to this person. You probably didn't do, which I'm not going to say is your fault. because I feel like we should have the ability to operate however we want to, and a man have enough sense to be able to get to know us on an intimate level. I think it's his fault for judging a book by its cover and not getting to know you as a person and making assumptions based off of what this. If they didn't take you serious, it's because they chose not to take you serious. It had nothing to do with you, okay? But the important thing is for us as women is that we need to make people earn our energy and earn access to us, because they have a habit of making assumptions about women and then just running with it. They don't have enough knowledge about us. And then they think because they have access, because they already have low self-esteem about themselves, most of them, okay? And then they think because they get access to us that we must be lower than them, which is not the case. We just actually like them and they're not as low as they think they are. Okay. And then they project that energy onto us and be like, she must be unworthy. She must be deceptive. She must be this, that, and the third, because I've never had a girl that's pretty as her or as beautiful as her. Her life is easy. Her life must have been easy, so it must be okay for me to take advantage of her. She's abundant, so I could take a little bit here and there. She'll be fine. That is why they must earn us, because they already come into the game not having no self-esteem, not having no self-control, and they're not honest and transparent. They come in deceptive as hell, having bad intentions, and then they sit up there and you hurting, and they wondering why you don't want to fuck with them no more. And I'm talking about, this is the majority of men, good men and bad men. They all have this phase that they go through where they have a genuinely good woman and then they mistreat her because they don't get to know her because of some baggage that they have from the past. Okay. I'm moving on with my life. That's what they tried to do. That's what they're trying to do. This isn't over between us. I'm coming back for you. And Divine Feminine, you are moving on with your life. So when you stop dealing with this masculine energy, they tried to sit up there and act like they was doing the same thing. And that's what it's given. Like, this person, if they're not like diagnosably narcissistic, they were in a narcissistic energy at the time. Because when you stop dealing with this person, they felt as if you were playing games and they wanted to play games too. And that's not cool. Okay. I'm secretly obsessed. I know this person is obsessed with you because my nose is red. They is in your business bad. And the devil came out. Shoot. I will take action soon. Please believe in me. For the ones that are planning on allowing this person to have another opportunity, make sure you are the tortoise. Okay. Please take your time. Please, because a lot of these people, they only miss you because of what you used to offer them, what you had for them, what you could give to them. And no, if you have a different perspective of this person, then you are not going to be in the same energy and you're not going to be as given to this person. Don't get caught up on romanticizing over this situation, knowing full well this person has not done anything to show you that he's trustworthy, reliable, safe, or anything. So I never expected to fall in love with you so clearly. So yeah, this person may have had feelings for you. This is for some of y'all. This person may have had feelings for you and they just was afraid to show you how they truly felt. And now they missed out on a situation. They missed out on a good woman. And now they all upset and hurting. Leave them. Leave them. Stop being so motherfucking sweet and nice to these men, especially if they don't deserve it. Like, a lot of us women, we spend so much time coddling men and trying to soften men, and because they walk with this narrative that the world has been so hard and so tough on them that they get it easier than we do. And we sitting over here trying to enable these men and coddle these men and be their backbone and they safety net, that we getting stomped on in the process. Stop being nice to these men. Make these men stand up to what they supposed to be. We making it easy for these men and then wonder why they handicapped. They can't do their own laundry and they can't cook for themselves. They can't do basic things for themselves. We got to play mommy to these men. And it's because we don't allow them the space and the time to figure it out for themselves. We always want to save them. We always want to save them, and then we wonder why we have to be strong out here. I don't want to be strong, especially not for no man that's supposed to be strong for me. I'm tired of being strong. I want to be me. I don't want to be strong. I don't want to be superwoman. I want to be safe and protected. I want to be at war. And what we doing? Protecting these grown men. And if you give him money, stop giving that man money. Don't ever give a man money ever again. Don't do it. Don't give a man not another motherfucking cent. Don't give him, I don't care if it's urgent, if it's immediate. It's so many men in his immediate world that he can ask for that money right now. And what he's doing, choosing to ask you for money, a woman. See, if you put it into perspective, the reason why men ask women for money is because they feel like it'll be easier. And because they were 9 times out of 10 raised by a single woman, they think that women are the ones that are supposed to come to their aid, which is backwards AF. Men hold other men to a higher standard, maybe not anymore, but they used to. And it's harder to get a yes from another man when it should be harder to get a yes from a woman. Because did you ask anybody else? Why are you asking me? Next time a man asks you for money, ask him, why you asking me? First, you say, I don't give men money. And then if he try to give you pushback, you say, why you asking me? Okay? You got money, you just don't have no money for no grown, able-bodied ass man. Okay? The patriarchy tell women that they are supposed to be stronger, smarter, more capable, and then they turn around and ask you for money. Leave him. He's weak. He's weak, and he's only going to give you weak offspring and more problems. Leave him. All right, family, that is all that I have for y'all today. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.